Reflection by Dreary Prince. A whirling feeling resonates in my skull. My body tingles, cold seeping into my bones. Trying to move, I find my fingers twitching, half frozen through my gloves. Where am I? I pry my eyes open, seeing a silver sea of clouds. The light digs into my retinas. White, frozen bits of stars rain down and melt into my skin. I'm on my back. My haze lifts painfully slow, and I realize I've tumbled down the hill. The cold is kind and numbs my ache, but moving still proves difficult. It's as if I don't want to move. I just want to stare at this sky forever. But I have to. As beautiful as the snowfall is, I don't want to become part of the frost just yet. Urging myself against gravity, I roll and push myself up with my hands. Snow clings to me as I stand up slowly. The landscape before me is dyed in sheer white, so much so that the indent of my body and footsteps could stand out for miles. The hill is too steep to climb. Maybe on a better day, I could have climbed it, but falling didn't help my usual pain in my legs. I'll find a different route. My steps disturb the snow below me, freshly fallen. The city lies in the distance. This path takes me home, but I don't want to follow it. The ground below me urges me to stop. I listen. The snowy forest calls to me. I turn away from the city path. Some would call this snowy place a barren wasteland of white. I call it rest. The world itself has given time to rest, frost encapsulating everything like a blanket, that the world might stay warm as it sleeps. Even the sun and sky turn in early, and I can tell the blue hue of night will soon seep into this place, this town. I'm in no rush to race against the night. The reason I came here at all. I take a deep breath. Winter fills my lungs, cold and welcome. The frost that seeped through my gloves spreads into my fingertips, through my bones. My heart beats with the world, slow, steady, pounding. It reminds me that I'm alive. Many take excitement as the definition of life, sheer adrenaline that begets mania and detaches you from all worries. It's important. It's not all there is. We might feel the highs of emotions often enough that we need this time. We need winter. Winter allows us to feel the chill between life and death as our hearts pound, and yet we are still. I feel no need to run. There is no urgency. Home is a worry for later. Right now, I stand in the forest that has always welcomed me. I've known this cold forever. Years ago, as a snowstorm enveloped my world, the first thing I heard as I was born was the winter whispering my name. I was born here. One day, I will return here with a still heart. Frost will seal the ground I am under in a soft blanket. There will be no race, no fight against the restful winter. Just sleep. But that time isn't now. I am alive. My heart still beats in tune. The wind still hums in my ears. I can hear the snow as it hits the ground, as my boots push through it. Sounds of the city are drowned out. For once, there is peace in this quiet music. Finally, I am urged to move. The wind at my back ushers me away. As much as it loves my company, my old friend knows I cannot stay here as long as I wish to. Not forever. Not yet. The gray buildings in the distance loom, waiting. My legs bring me back out of the landscape I love and into the world of concrete. The music I love fades among the overwhelming busywork of humanity. Electrical lights of all colors defy the snowfall. They shine as if to block out the world. A cacophony calling itself music plays from all sides, as if to drown out the silence of the snowfall. It is desperate, demanding joy. The roads deny the frost's blanket in exchange for salt and careless tire scrapes. No one will bandage the roads. I look back at the distance I've traveled. It was far. It must be to get out of the ever-looming city. My legs radiate with pain from the journey. Finding myself sitting on a bench, I stare at the world before me. It never felt quite right. No matter the season, no matter how the world urges rest, people continue on as if the world will end tomorrow. Never a moment or a dollar unspent. The holidays only seek to perpetuate movement and funnel money into full pockets like oil into a deadly machine. I suppose I'm no better at times. Working myself bloody feels like the only way to prove I'm not a failure, and yet it doesn't seem to matter to my harsh mind. Nothing I do is good enough. Those thoughts, like a web of dark thread, ensnare me at times. The spider that spins them seems to be made of adults I grew up with. It always says the same things they did. After all, I'm not good enough. I need to work harder. If I just applied myself instead of wasting time on stories. That spider's amalgamated voice grates on me. It's so tiring. Heaving a heavy sigh, I put it out of my mind. I won't succumb to this. I deserve to rest like everyone else. The winter cold makes me so sleepy. Even the frost urges me to rest. I'll listen. Don't worry. Some people stare at me as I sit. I know that stare from my mother. Her face rings out in all the strangers who stare at me as I rest, for one reason or another. I hear her yells in the honking horns of cars. The words she threw at me at all the time are whispered over and over in a slush that car tires grind. I can't stay here. Urging myself up, I begin to walk once more. Home. It's more of a house. One room in that house can be called my home. Attempting to disconnect from the city, my noise-canceling headphones became my shield. The muffled sounds still penetrate my skull, but it's just quiet enough to bear. As I stare down at the footprints in the sidewalk below me, I remember how I've walked this street before. He was with me, but our steps left no trace on the ground. It felt so long ago. We danced here in summer, only once, outside of a small Greek restaurant, music blaring in the heat. He took my hand and spun me to his side. In the swaying heat and dizziness, I believed for a moment that I could love summer. My love was not the same as his, though. Just like summer, his love burned to touch and seared my skin. Hazy and confusing, my gaze was disoriented. Summer came and summer left. Fall mourned with me, and winter opened its arms. Someday, I may greet the oddness of spring again. Not today, not for a while. If I could just erase that memory. For now, I return to my empty room. The heat is off. It's cold. Blue has overtaken the world outside, and just like the sun, I have grown tired early. No lights are turned on. I allow the faint blue hue from outside to seep into my room. I strip my winter jacket, my boots, my gloves, my scarf, but I don't bother to change into pajamas. Humanity can charge on without me. I want to rest with the world. I'll sleep early for once. Curling up under my heavy blanket, I sigh in relief. No chance of overheating in this cold. Holding my childhood teddy bear close to my body, my warmth bleeds into him. Humanity will continue to fight the world itself, but I feel no urgency. There is no fight to be had. I drift to sleep. Thank you for playing my first Game Jam game. I hope you enjoyed reading. Reflection by Dreary Prince. Hello everyone, it's me, Gene, and before I end the video, I would like to say that if you do like the content, please subscribe to the channel. I have this goal by the end of the year that I would love to get at least 50 subscribers. So I know it's a measly goal, but I really do like narrating these visual novels, and it helps me keep going, I guess, and it lets me know that someone appreciates the videos or the content that I make. You know, even if it's just 50 people on the internet. But please, guys, if you do like it, please subscribe. And I'll see you on the next stream or video. Bye.